Hey, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? This your boy Rob Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Yeah, today is a cold November 8th, 2019. And I'm gonna just be brief in this video because it don't really make too much sense to do another one after this one about the same issue that I just did the last 2-3 videos on. But I want to point out some inconsistencies in the justice system and how we must be careful what we say and what we do on social media. Now, y'all remember when the president was first elected, Donald Trump was first elected president, you had this one comedian, Kathy Griffin. She had took a picture with herself holding up an image of Donald Trump's head, basically with a decapitated president. Whatever happened to that lady? She ain't do a day in prison. All it did, the Secret Service came and investigated her, and you ain't heard nothing about it since then. You know, there's been other famous people like Michael Moore, that one film producer, who have made numerous threats against the life of a sitting president, which is a crime. But none of them faced a day in jail. Good morning, Miss Robinson. Now, you look here in Shreveport, we had a young man. It was being this. Yeah, he was, and he was down bad for what he did. But again, like I say, when those other people did the same thing, they didn't go to jail. Secret Service came and investigated and say, "Oh, okay, everything's okay, nothing else to see here." But we got a brother here in Shreveport who was kind of belligerent, you know, when he was making these rants. But now he's in federal custody. You see what I'm saying? So that shows you we don't have the same privileges and basically rights almost as other people, as other groups. I'm going to just put it like that. Not trying to be divisive or whatever, but the truth is what it is. We have to be very careful what we say, because let me show you how the game was played. Freddie made a lot of posts about the sheriff. And again, as I said in that video yesterday, you all have to realize how powerful the sheriff of Caddo Parish is. This man is the head of Homeland Security in this region. This man, it has power, dog. He has enough power where he already had the boy on cyber stalking charges. But they searched his whole Facebook page and found where he made an alleged threat against the president of the United States. As soon as they found that, it escalated because the sheriff actually went on ahead and called the Secret Service and got this dude on federal charges. I forget the actual charge itself, but the charge is basically making threats to a president and his line of successors. But again, when Kathy Griffin literally held up a picture of the president with her holding an image of the president's head in her hand, she ain't do a day in jail. I know it's different states, but hell, it's still the same thing because it's a federal law. How come they did not get any time? Let me read some of y'all's comments on here. Okay, we got the good morning. Good morning, Miss Robin again. Well, my boy Joe say Freddie was being a dipshit, asshole, fair and square, man. This isn't racism in any way. Okay, then explain to us, wasn't Kathy Griffin a dipshit when she stood standing up there literally holding the effigy of President Trump, decapitated head, in her hand? Why is she not in prison like Freddie is? I mean, just being real, Joe. I mean, I'm not saying that it's racism, but the shit looks awfully like it. This man here is in prison because your sheriff had a beef against him. Called the Secret Service, and the Secret Service came and arrested that boy. But again, you got numerous of entertainers with money who made similar threats. And they ain't do a day in jail. All they just got a visit from the Secret Service. So yeah, we do have to ask that question. Why is that so? Why aren't they in prison right next to Freddie, even though they're in different states? But that's a federal crime. They got away with it. Why is this man here in prison right now? She lost her D-list show. Yeah, she lost her D-list show. Good morning again from Cedar Hill, Texas. How you doing? That's true, but those are celebrities making a point. What point are they making? They made threats. Not only did they make a point, but they made threats, Joe. They made threats against a sitting president, and all they got was visit. Come on, it was serious enough that they got visited by the Secret Service. How come they didn't get arrested, just like Freddie did? How come the Secret Service didn't let Freddie go? Bring him back to state court so he could face his charges for state court. But that black man, I'm just keeping it real. Y'all know I really don't like making shit about race. But that black man who is poor and mentally unstable is in prison for doing the same thing these white celebrities did. And they out free, continue to make money. All they got was a visit. So my whole point is that we don't have the luxury that other groups have. You know, when it comes to speaking out on certain things. And yeah, Freddie was wrong for what he did, man. He broke the law. But at the same time, they did too. You know, there's numerous other situations that we can apply the same principle to, an unfair justice system that targets us unfairly. For real, man. Come on, you cannot sit up here and justify the fact of a woman holding up the head. What was her point? What point she was trying to make? My brother, what point was she trying to make when she held that man, a picture of herself holding up that man's head? What point did she make? She made it enough where the Secret Service came and visited her, but the Secret Service came and took Freddie to jail. Now, I can't buy that, man. It's a different tier of justice system. Just us go to jail, man, because we don't have money. We don't have the power. We don't have the prestige. We don't have the voice to fight these people. Now, again, I'm not saying Freddie. I'm not condoning what he did because he almost got me caught up in that bullshit. I'm dealing with this firsthand. But at the same time, we have to ask the question, why aren't those white celebrities who made the same type of threats to the President of the United States, why aren't they in prison? Why aren't they sitting waiting for an arraignment date? Why aren't they sitting waiting for trial? It's a two-tier justice system, man. But so my whole thing about making this video is you cannot, as black people, think that you have the same privilege as other groups. No, you don't. You don't have the same privileges. Now, take it for what it's worth. Be careful what you say. Even if you threaten another person, another civilian, just say you threaten your homeboy or one of your enemies on social media, do you realize that's called a terroristic threat? You see it every day. Every day somebody get on Facebook with that Facebook gangster shit talking about, I'll whoop that bitch ass, or nigga, I'ma fuck you up. Don't you realize you just committed a crime? And you can be prosecuted for something as simple as just saying, I see that bitch, I'ma beat her ass. That's a terroristic threat. We get locked up for that shit every day, man. You know what I'm saying? So, again, black people, we don't have the same privileges as others. We don't have the same justice system looking at us like they do others. Because again, there's no way in the world you can tell me that a woman who's holding up the head of a United States president, a decapitated head in a picture, shouldn't be sitting next to Freddie Ashola in a federal prison waiting to go to charges on threatening the president. Hey man, this your boy Rob Thomas Jr., man. Y'all be blessed.